Hooray for fresh off the press books that release March 2026. Tell me in the comments below, what is a new book releasing in 2026 that you are so excited to read? I have read 15, and so this video is going to be in 2 parts because it would just be a really long video otherwise, so what can you do? All right, so the first one that I want to talk about, I had her on the podcast and it was a fantastic interview. Last year, the first book in the series, Isle of Ever, came out. And so the girl, she gets this big, massive inheritance from somebody she never even heard of. But there's a catch. She has to solve this mystery about this missing island and prove that it exists and go along following these clues. And she makes other friends, and there's a lot at stake for her in this because her and her mom have been moving around and they just do not have a lot of money. So then the sequel just came out in March, The Curse Breaker. So we find out who is the curse breaker because there's this curse about the island that these kids and this couple of adults are trapped, and so how can they save them? And I don't want to give too much away because it's hard to tell too much about the sequel without telling you what happened in the end. So just trust me and read fantastic books. Okay, then wow, if you are ready for an emotional, just powerful ride with also a very powerful, entertaining story, we've got The Blue Dress by Rebecca Morrison. Also looking forward to this one coming up as a podcast interview. So this girl is from Iran and she's living in America and figuring out how to fit in, and she makes a best friend who's from Mexico and they're really good friends, but she realizes that she wants something more. And so there's that going into it about friendships, and then there's this really intense mother-daughter relationship going on in the story, and it has a lot to do with her body image. And this blue dress just is throughout the story about this dress that her mom makes her, and she makes it a little tight for when she loses weight. And it's just such a powerful story told in such an amazing way about the way that this girl has feelings about her body and the journey that she goes through about her relationship with her body, with friends, and her relationship with her mother. Just wow, you guys. So next we have Phoenix. I think this is just the best horse story there ever was. Okay, little confession here. I've never really read any horse stories, like even the classics like Black Beauty. And I don't know why I haven't, but I have some new ones that I am going to read that somebody else sent me. So I'm excited about this because I just feel like this is just a perfect horse story. So this girl has to move because of this awful situation that happened that you don't really find out about right away why, but her and her mom are moving. And where she lives, their house is right next door to this big barn where they train people to ride horses. And so then one day, while nobody's home at the barn and her mom's not home, somebody comes and drops off this just sick, poor horse that is just near death, and she forms just an unlikely, unique relationship with this horse where she's not ever been a horse person before. You know, she was from the city and not a horse person and not a country girl. So it's just this beautiful, powerful story about her learning about herself through this relationship with the horse, and then also her relationships that she develops with friends. Okay, The Unlikely Tale of Chase and Finnegan. I don't think I really read a lot of animal stories growing up, but I am finding that I love these middle grade animal stories so much. So by Jasmine Warga, when she got to go to the zoo and see a cheetah show off its running powers, you know, she learned that cheetahs and dogs are sometimes paired as companions. So she wrote this beautiful story from different points of view of one, the cheetah, and also a dog, and how they develop a friendship through their relationship at this zoo. And there are so many amazing themes that go into this that we can just benefit from hugely as people, but it's about animals. So it feels, I don't know, more approachable because it's like, oh, I'm not reading a book about anxiety. I'm not reading a book about belonging and friendship and found family. I'm reading a book about animals, but then you benefit from all these amazing relationships. It's just this beautiful, incredible story, and I loved it. Okay, now we have Here Lies a Ghost, which of course, this is a middle grade spooky book, and I love middle grade spooky. It's just the right amount of scary for me. So these 2 boys are at this elite school, and which borders a graveyard. And so they end up that one of them gets trapped in this haunted, awful chase vault, and he can't get out. And when he does finally get out, something gets out with him. And so it's all about figuring out this ghost and why she's there and how they get rid of her and should they get rid of her. And it was so perfect. I just kept turning the pages, loved it. All right, so one of my favorites is Christina Wyman. She writes these amazing stories about just very real people like Slouch and Jawbreaker. So now we have Breakout, about a girl who's got just medical grade acne, just really bad, painful acne. And her mom's just not handling it right. You know, she's just like, if you wash your face more, girl, and just too pushy and just saying it wrong and in the wrong places in front of the people that she shouldn't be talking about her daughter's complexion in front of them. And so it's about this girl with this acne problem, but and also another big character in the book is this dog. So it's not told from the point of view of the dog, but this dog is so important to the story and how this dog helps this girl. And it's just really fun because I have a golden retriever and I love it, and Christina Wyman's writing is just incredible, so read it. The last one I want to tell you about today is Hafsa's Way, and I listened to this on audio and it was beautiful and wonderful. So it's about this girl in Pakistan, and she's a country girl in Pakistan, okay? And she gets this amazing opportunity to go to the city and attend this just elite summer camp. And she wants to become a doctor. So it's just such an incredible opportunity for her. But then her dad's just like not having it. But her sister and her brother-in-law do live in the city, and so they kind of help her secure this opportunity to go and have this amazing opportunity. And then the camp ends up being a different camp than she thought she signed up for, and she ends up at the zoo, and it involves this elephant, and she just learns that she can make a difference, and you know, the power of trying to get your way, and also when it's important to step back and ask permission to help somebody. So just an amazing month of amazing books. And again, tell me what you are reading in the comments below. Are you reading something for middle grade March? I love middle grade March. So if you haven't, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and come back and keep getting more great book recommendations for the kids in your life. Bye.